Hello and welcome to our first video of 2021. Hi, if you are new here, my name is Jackie and I'm obsessed with planners and journals. I would love if you would consider subscribing, it really means a lot to me. And if you have been here for a while and are here for a new year of planners, journals and chatty videos, thank you so much, you are really appreciated. There is nothing better to start a new year in a YouTube channel all about paper than to share my Fredo, don't eat my traveler's notebook. So there is no better way to start a new year in a YouTube channel all about planners and journals than to share with you finally my 2021 planners, journals and sketchbook lineup. I just want you to have an idea of what to expect to see here in this channel throughout this year, and I also have a lot of different things as you can see here, so as I appreciate your time, I will leave timestamps down in the comment section so you can jump around. Before we start, I just want to add a disclaimer here because I do not want you to feel overwhelmed by this video, and you definitely do not need to have all of these supplies in order to be part of the planning and journaling community. Actually, all you need is a paper or a digital paper and a pen or pencil or digital pen or pencil and you are in. This is just what I love to do and I'm an extremely busy person, and this is basically what I use to keep myself organized and also to keep my sanity when I'm having to deal with all different projects and also when I have to write my PhD thesis. And also, if you have a lot of different journals and planners and people are being shady towards you, just let it pass by because you are free to do what makes you happy unless it is hurting someone else or yourself. So I struggled a little bit trying to find the best way to organize this video, and at the end I just decided to go with planners first and then journals and then some special cases at the end of this video. Okay, now I think we are ready to get started. We are getting started with my actual planners or the notebooks or stationery supplies that I actually use for making plans for the future and getting myself organized, and I only have 3 planners to show you, but 2 of them actually work as part of different systems, so I will try to mention that very briefly, but there are videos coming up more specifically about each of them. Also, whenever I already have a setup for a specific planner I'm mentioning, I will leave the video up here and down in the description box so I won't have to keep repeating myself. First, I have my personal planner in this Archer&Olive B5 Napolitan notebook, dot grid notebook, and this is actually a bullet journal, and I do have a video setting this up for 2021. It is just a simple dot grid notebook that is super dirty because I don't really care much and I use it whenever I need to. I'm not babying it, but it's just this beautiful B5. It's the biggest sized notebook that you will be seeing here, and I use this to express myself creatively but also to keep my stuff organized whenever they are in the personal domain of my life and not related to work. So this could also be considered a journal in some way, but I'm actually doing plans here. As you can see, I have a future log that I rely a lot, and I also plan my weeklies here. Let me see if I can show you one of the weeks. So I'm also planning my weeklies here, but just for personal tasks and personal stuff. So usually no work related thing will go in here. And I'm actually loving using the B5 size. It's a new challenge for me. Next, we have a planner I'm actually using right now because it is my social media planner and it is in an A6 day-free Hobonichi, and I just love this size so much, as you will probably see from now on. But I just realized that this year I want to be more consistent and more organized with my uploads. So I decided that day 3 would be perfect for that, because I can use the monthly view to schedule videos, and then I can use the notes pages just to write down notes about each specific video or the research I usually do before filming. And I also want to start doing some script videos. Don't worry, we will still have a lot of casual, just me talking to you videos, but I also want to try something new, so I thought I would need a planner for that. So this is a first, and I'm actually enjoying it so far, but you will see from my next videos if this is working or not. Now we have my biggest change for 2021, which is my work planner that is now housed in this A6 Hobonichi planner, so the English version. And I have it in this beautiful arts and science cover that I have a haul that I will link up here. So this year I decided to ditch my cousin and just downgrade to an A6 because I just love the A6 so much, and I also love that the grids are bigger for the planner, so the English version, and it's been working really well so far. I'm kind of using a bullet journal system in here, but I love having the structure, and I also have a weekly supplement here to do time blocking, but I'm still not very good at that, at least not using this tiny weekly supplement, so I will have to figure some things out before I can upload a video talking more specifically about this setup for you. But I need to mention that this work planner is actually part of a bigger system of organization, if you will, and so will be my social media planner that I also intend to use together with Notion. I'm not sure if you know, it is a software, so I won't be talking a lot about here, but I'm using these together with Notion to organize all my tasks for my work and my PhD thesis. And I'm also using this Archer&Olive A5 notebook for taking notes regarding only my thesis. So it's a trifold system for my work, so I do need to film a separate video about that. So that's it for planners, and now we are moving on to journals, which are the biggest part of my lineup, as you can see here, because it's the thing I love doing the most. So let's start with the Hobonichi planners, because you know I love my Hobonichis, and if I had to choose just the one brand to organize myself and my mind throughout the year, it will definitely be Hobonichis. So let's start. So we are going to start with my most beloved and most used journals of all times, which is an A6 Hobonichi original, so the Japanese version. And let me just open this because of the glare, but I have it in this beautiful cover, and I will do a setup video for this planner very soon. So as you can see, I've been already using it a lot and it's already getting chunky. But this time, the one thing I can already tell you is that I'm not using the full book. I'm actually using an avec. I know, that might be shocking for a lot of you, especially if you've seen my previous videos talking about my A6 planner. And I actually really love using my fat Hobonichi throughout 2020. Here it is, if you just want to have a very brief look at it. I don't want to talk a lot about this, but you know I'm very proud of it, so I need to show it in every opportunity I have. But for this year, I decided to have 2 chunky Hobonichis at the end of the year instead of just the one. So I'm already using these. This is basically for me to have fun in a daily creative journal style, and it is also a place for me to play around with a lot of different styles that I have, as you can see here. Sometimes it's more colorful and I use a lot of watercolors and collage papers. Sometimes I'm just trying to paint and try to create a little bit. And sometimes it will be just pen and paper, and I just love it. But we will have a video. This little guy deserves a video all for himself. Next, we have a new addition to my lineup, which is my 5-year techo, and it's also a daily journal, and I've been hosting it in this Mina per home and cover from last year. And I'm actually enjoying a lot using the 5-year techo, and ideally I would come back here every single day and kind of write down what happened in a specific day, and I think it would be fun to look back at these as the years go by. So as you can see, these are like the 2 journals that I need to come back every single day in an ideal world, and I know that won't be the case because sometimes life just happens and I won't have the time to actually journal every single day. So that's where my Hobonichi Weeks enters the scene. And I just have it in this Giglio Firenze cover. This was a limited edition, like suede pink cover that I'm actually starting to love a lot. So this is my Hobonichi Weeks for this year, and the way I'm using the Hobonichi Weeks is basically just as a summary of my day. So I try to get back here at the end of the day and just write down a couple of things that happened that specific day. This way, later on, when I have the time to fill out my other journals, being the daily or even weekly journals, as you will see, I can just reference back to these. And I'm actually having a lot of fun playing around with stickers and washi tapes in here, and then just coming back at the end of the day and writing down the highlights of that specific day. So that's how I'm using it. And I do have a setup video for this one as well. The last Hobonichi journal I have to share with you is my Hobonichi A5 Day Free, which is another journal, creative journal, or whenever, whatever journal. I don't really have a specific name for it, but as you can see here, it's just the A5 Day Free. So I'm not using a cousin this year for anything, at least not right now. I reserve the right to change my mind anytime soon, but I just want to use this for an extra journal. For example, if I want to do some journaling challenges that I really want to try and do more this year, I can come back here and use the notes pages, and then I can date it if I want to. Or if I have a lot of ephemeras and a lot of creativity in one specific day that my A6 is not enough, I can come back here. And I do believe this will last me throughout the whole year, because I'm not coming back here every single day, not even every single week. It's just a whenever, whatever journal. I think that's the best way to describe it. And it is also in this Giglio Firenze Appunto cover, the undyed one. Now we have the Amy Tangerine Archer&Olive planner. This guy is the reason why this video took me so long to film, because it only arrived this week. So I was waiting for it because it's one of the additions to my lineup that I'm most excited about, to be honest. I just love the cover so much. I added a sticker in here, and this is basically a weekly planner that I'm going to be using to just play around with colors and stickers and paint as well. And you can kind of set it up as a bullet journal, but it's also already structured a little bit. And the way I want to use this is basically as Amy Tangerine uses hers. So I want to use it to stickerate, to have fun. It's kind of substituting my Happy Planner that I was using since July. And I also want to experiment with different media, different inks, and I was already playing around here, and I messed up a page and had to glue them together, but that's okay. So as you can see, I'm just having fun with it and trying different things. And at the end, it will be just a colorful, happy place for me to come back at the end of each week and fill out everything. And if I miss a week, a particular busy week, it's okay, because I have my weeks to just remind myself of what happened every single day. So this is basically just for fun and experimentation without the pressures of my bullet journal, so I can just have fun with it. The last actual journal that I have here is this beautiful notebook by London Gifties. It is an A5 notebook as well, and I have had this for a while and I was always afraid to start using it. So after watching the vegan organizer video about her planner, and I will link that down in the description box because it's a really fun video, I decided I would love to do something like that, but I'm kind of calling it my meta journal because it's basically a journal about journals and planners. So this is just a place where I can also play around with inks. This is acrylic paint and watercolor and stickers. This is from Curtain Ideas. This is from Rainbowholic. And basically what I want to do here is keep a track of Patreon artists I'm trying to support each month, and also happy mail that arrives at that specific part of the year, at that specific period of the year. Also like what I'm waiting on, and a wish list for each month, and more happy mail. It's just because sometimes happy mails arrive with so many beautiful things that I think it's nice to have a place where you can add them if you do not have space or if you do not want to make your planner chunky. So I'm having fun with it, and I can also journal a little bit about each of the things that I receive. So that's how I intend to use this throughout the year, and it will probably last me throughout the whole year as well. I think is something nice, just because why not? And this notebook is just gorgeous. It needs to be used. Next thing I want to share with you is this Archer&Olive 8x8 square dot grid notebook that I'm actually using as a sketchbook and not a planner or journal. So this is something new as well. I'm really wanting to, throughout this year, try to get more consistent with drawing and painting and start doing some exercises and playing around with different media. And also my fiance is also getting really into drawing, so it's something nice that we can do together. And I thought this 8x8 notebook would be just perfect. I know it's dot grid, so it's not ideal, but I'm having fun, and I can also practice lettering and calligraphy, and it's so pretty that I wanted to share with you. Now we are finally to the special cases, which are my Traveler's Company notebooks. And the reason I'm calling them special cases is because they are usually used when I'm on the go, and I'm not on the go right now, and I don't plan to be on the go anytime soon, but I still want to share with you because I'm going to finalize the setup of these two notebooks, even though I'm not going to actually be using them all the time right now. So the passport one, I will use it even if I'm not on the go. This is a camel color. It's a little bit darker than normal. But in here, I just have a notebook for me to write down random lists and thoughts that I have. Then I found out this little notebook that I was kind of using to do something like a kawaii journaling thing. And I thought, oh, I will leave it there if I want to get back on that this year. And I also have a monthly insert. And this is what I usually use when I'm on the go and I need to schedule something. But we know that's not a thing right now, so that's why this is a special case. But I still love this. The passport size is my favorite size, and I just wanted to have it set up and ready in case things get better. Here's to hope. The regular size is where I host my traveler's journals, so I won't be having any of that right now. But I also have an insert that I usually call Write Down When Feeling Down insert, because I just come back here when I'm feeling down and I just need to vent or rant about something. So it's just write everything down, and then I just want to close it and live far away from my site. So I haven't been using it for quite a while, so that's actually a good thing. That's good that I'm not using this. So yeah, that's basically what I do with the regular traveler's notebook. So yeah, that's it. That's everything I'm planning on starting 2021 with. The thing I know I'm going to finish is for sure my Hobonichi A6, my A6 5-year techo, and the M Tangerine throughout the year. All the other planners can change. I don't know what's going to happen. If there is one thing I learned with 2020, at least regarding my planning system, is that changes are needed, are welcomed, and are very necessary sometimes. So I don't want to fight against that. Thank you so much for watching. Again, thank you for everything, for being here, for being so kind to me. I hope you have a wonderful year, or at least a better year than 2020. And I will see you soon. Bye bye.